spoiled by doing the Empire Builder first. We're almost there, almost home. Hello from Chicago. We finally, I wanted to say landed. This is not a plane, it's Amtrak. We're on the ground the whole time. We finally arrived at the station at like 6:48 or something, so about an hour ago. At this point, it's 7:50, and I immediately ran upstairs to go get food because I was starving, and I obviously needed to take my antibiotic again. So fun. I did not achieve a decaf latte because Dunkin' Donuts was closed. I ran right to it and it's all closed up. Like the lights are on, but all the grates are down and whatever. So that was very disappointing and sad. I really, really was looking forward to the experience of having a latte. But I guess maybe I can ask my mom to have one ready for me when I get off the bus tomorrow. That's so embarrassing. I just really want one. I was really looking forward to it. But I got food, and then I went into a little touristy shop and got some little trinkets because my mom and I have started a collection of different city magnets, and I like having keychains of different cities and places that I've been. So I grabbed a couple of those things, some snacks, and a lemonade. I've really wanted a lemonade for the past few days and just haven't been able to have any. Like, no one has it in any of the restaurants that I've been in. Wasn't an option on the train. So I grabbed one. What else? I am in the Amtrak Metropolitan Lounge, thank goodness. I almost was not able to come in here because in the Amtrak app, my trip completely disappeared because the Empire Builder arrived. Like my other tickets, even though they are connected and they're the same reservation, they freaking disappeared. So I had to like search the reservation in the app and try to find it that way, and luckily it worked. And then when I went to the desk, I feel like the lady was looking at me and talking to me like, who is this crazy girl? Like, I feel like I look insane. I feel like I don't belong here, but I also feel very important being in here. I've tucked myself away in a corner and I'm trying to be quiet. But they gave me a little bracelet that says first class because I have a sleeper car, and I got to put my bags in the storage space, which was really nice. And now I'm just chilling. I have not yet tried to watch any YouTube on my computer yet, but the Wi-Fi is not working on my phone, so... But Amtrak Wi-Fi never works on my phone. I think it might work on my computer. So we'll see. So let's see. It is 7:52. My train leaves at 9:30. So I've got some time to just kind of chill and relax. And honestly, I plan to go to bed pretty much immediately getting on the train. Like once we leave, I'm good night, you know? I'm exhausted. Like, we were getting super close to Chicago, and I was just like nodding off. Like, I was like, I could fall asleep right now, and this is not good because we need to get off the train. So, okie dokie, I have achieved Wi-Fi on my computer. It wobbled for a second, but I've done it. So I'm going to be able to watch YouTube for like 30 minutes. I don't know when they're going to have us start boarding, but you know, I want to make sure I'm packed up and ready to run when they make that call. But I'm very excited that I can watch YouTube. I guess I should also explain, but I mean, I also don't know how I'm planning to put my video together yet on this experience, but I guess I should film this anyway. I originally, when I booked my trip, I think I said this already, I was supposed to be on the 448 to Boston, but about a month ago, Amtrak emailed me with an updated ticket where I'm going just to Albany on the train, and then from Albany to Springfield, I will be on a bus. And they didn't say why at first. And then they called me and emailed me again 2 days later and said that there's track work between Albany and Boston, and that's going to keep going until like at least November, potentially even longer. So anybody basically who's going to Massachusetts on the Lakeshore Limited, you're going on the bus after Albany, which is not bad. And they refunded me for part of the cost of my room, which was really nice. Oh, then like a week and a half ago, they emailed me again with an updated ticket, and I couldn't tell what they changed, but they charged me $37, and I was like, hello? Like, what did you change? Why are you charging me more money? And then I realized when I could still see my ticket in the app, normally without having to search it, that they switched me to like the New York portion, but I feel like everybody's taking the New York portion of the train because it's not going to Boston. You know what I mean? Like the New York, like the Boston half is not actually going to Boston. It's stopping in Albany. So I don't know. But yeah, that's interesting. So hopefully it's technically the same train. I don't know. I'm really confused. But we'll see. And I guess I can ask the nice lady at the desk to help me if I'm really that confused. That's the situation. Okay, I need to watch some YouTube. Oh my goodness, I've been so deprived. Chicago Union Station. I think you're a little bit confused. It's Thursday. Hello and good evening from the Lakeshore Limited. I hope you can hear me because the air is really loud in here. We had just departed Chicago about 23 minutes ago. We technically left a minute early. We were supposed to leave at 9:30. We left at 9:29, but then we kind of sat there for a few minutes waiting for another train to pull into the station and pass us. So there's that. But we are cruising now. You can't see that, you just see my reflection. It's fine. Trust me, we are cruising, and I'm so excited to be on my second train and have my bed already made up, like right away, because I'm exhausted. For some reason, this room feels like it's wider than the Empire Builder room, but I don't think it actually is. I think it's most likely the same width. Just for some reason, like it looks like it's wider. I don't think it is. I'm in one of the older Viewliner cars, I think, because I have the toilet and sink in my room, which the sink I enjoy. I like the concept of having the sink in the room because then I can brush my teeth and wash my face in my room, and then it's a bigger sink than what I had before, which is nice. I don't love the concept of the toilet in the room necessarily because it's just literally right next to the bed, and that just feels really weird. And also it's right next to the like door and the window into the room, which I know we have curtains. I don't know. I don't love that. As soon as I walked into the room, I realized I made a mistake in not checking my suitcase. But originally, because I was going to Springfield on the train, I wasn't going to be able to check my bag at all because Springfield station does not do checked baggage service. I looked into it. Apparently they do not. So I was gonna have to have it with me anyway, and I thought it would be fine and I wouldn't have a problem with like getting it up onto the shelf. But the minute I walked into the room and I looked at it, I was like, my suitcase is not fitting through that tiny little hole between where the top bunk ends and where the shelf starts. And like myself trying to lift it both my body and the suitcase were not going to fit in there. But I asked my room attendant, I was like, do you think my suitcase will fit up there? And he looked up there and he was like, I don't know. I don't think it's going to, but if there's an empty room, we can just pop it in there. And if there's not, then I will try and put it up there for you. And then I'll make your bed. So he introduced himself to everybody else in the car, and then he came back and it was kind of looking like my suitcase wasn't going to go up there, and then he eventually got it there, which is nice. But it was a little bit of a struggle, so getting it down is going to be really fun tomorrow. But, you know, gravity will help a lot with that. So yeah, I guess I should do a room tour and show you what it looks like. And hopefully it'll be better than my Empire Builder one, because oh my god. But I am doing this one again with the door closed because, well, it's nighttime. People are probably trying to go right to bed. And I'm just awkward, so there's that. Okie dokie, so like I said, my room, my bed. Oh, they just turned the power off on the train. It got very quiet all of a sudden. Anyway, my bed is all made up already. Obviously, we'll be sleeping with my head at this end, even though that means I am technically kind of going backwards in a way. A bunch of room controls all over here, vents for the air, which hopefully are not messing up the sound, but they probably are. If you wanted to hang anything, you've got 2 hangers up there. If I were using the upper bunk, there's a little pouch like for anything that you need, like phone, chargers, whatever. This is the upper bunk here. And then we've got, hello, focus, thank you, a mirror, just like in the Empire Builder room, or the Superliner room on the left side when you come in. Washcloths, little towels, some shampoo and conditioner, soap, hand soap. This is where the sink is, so you do this, and then you can pull it down, and then, wow, that is powerful. Okay. And then when you do this, it'll drain through the holes. That's kind of fun, but also kind of crazy. And then right here is the toilet, which also doubles as a step up to the second bunk. So you step up here, move all of this stuff to step up here, and then that's how you would get up to the second bunk if it were down a little bit more. It's all the way up right now, since I'm not sleeping up there. So fun times. And then obviously got the door and the curtains all drawn because I'm awkward, but this is a door. There's the lock for the door. And yeah, that is my little box for the next, oh gosh, let's see, can I do math? If it's 10 p.m. now, and I'm getting off here at like 2:45. 17 hours? Question mark? I don't know, because also we've got a time change that we're going through when we switched into the Eastern Standard Time Zone at some point. So, something like that. 16, 17 hours, something. Well, on the train anyway, because I will be doing like 2.5 hours, 3 hours on the bus after, so there's that. Oh, also, we've got the flexible dining menu up on the windowsill. I think somebody stepped on my menu, but that's okay. But yeah, I think I am going to just get ready for bed, put my pajamas on, wash my face. I am gonna look and see if there are other bathrooms in the car that I could use instead of this one. I don't know why I'm so weirded out by it. Like, I knew that this was part of the experience. I've seen a good handful of videos about the Lakeshore Limited train, and I knew that this was a part of some of the Viewliner cars. But something about it is just weirding me out. So.
Passengers to cafe car attendants, cafe car is open and serving. We do accept all forms of payment. Go to Apple Pay, Google Pay, Pixel Pay, and cash. Please try to keep all personal luggage at your seat. The cafe car is open and serving. Thanks, Friday Amtrak.
I just totally forgot what I was saying.
The cafe car is located towards the opposite way which we are traveling. Thanks, Friday Amtrak.
What?
cafe car is located the opposite way that we're traveling, so towards the back of the train. Okay, good to know.
Hello again. I just brushed my teeth and washed my face using my lovely sink in my room, and that water pressure is really something else. It's insane. Spraying all of the toothpaste and spit everywhere off my toothbrush because it's so strong. And I mean, obviously washing my face was also very fun. I thought it would be fine using the washcloth, because normally what I do is like I'll leave the water running and I cup water in my hands and then make my face wet that way and whatever. I can't do that because obviously I'd have to be holding down the water thing the entire time, and I'm not gonna do that. That's wasteful. So I thought, okay, I'll use the washcloth like I did on the Empire Builder and it'll be fine. Wrong. It sprays water literally everywhere, and then it gets on the like edges of the sink, and when you fold it back up to like drain the water, any water that's not like in the sink itself just drains down onto the top part here, which is why the towel is there, because that's exactly what happened. But also it dripped all the way here to the top of the toilet. Also, I don't know whose pen that is. I think it might be the car attendant. I think it might have fallen out of his pocket when he was trying to help me with my suitcase. I don't know where it came from. It's not mine. So yeah, that's really fun. But luckily I only have to wash my face and brush my teeth one more time tomorrow morning, and then I'm fine. I think I was spoiled by doing the Empire Builder first. But again, like I've said, I've seen these, plenty of videos of experiences on the Lakeshore Limited, so I don't know why I'm acting like so surprised and like bratty about it, but it's fine. I'm still having fun. It's just not so fun having my bed get wet. But hey, we're making it work. It's happening. I'm going home, and I get to go home on the train, which is exciting, or mostly on the train. This is what I look like. Oh wow, maybe I should put my glasses on. Wow. Anyway, good morning from somewhere in Ohio. What time is it? It is about 6:52 in the morning. I slept kind of okay, I think. If I thought North Dakota's track was rough, I was mistaken, because this is crazy. I got rattled around so much. It's crazy. I was just laying there like vibrating like that, basically. It was crazy. I think I probably fell asleep around midnight-ish, and then I woke up at 5:30, like right before we got to Cleveland, which was a second fresh air stop. The first fresh air stop was at like 3 something in the morning. Obviously, I was not gonna wake myself up to try to get out at either of those. So I was obviously asleep for, well, I was not asleep for Cleveland. I was awake at that point, but I was like, I'm not going outside. That's stupid. Like, I'm barely even awake right now. So yeah, but we are in the Eastern Standard Time Zone now. I've done my final time zone change of the week, and will not be changing time zones anytime soon. At least I hope. I am gonna be home later today. I'm gonna be home in like 12 hours. I am so excited. Oh my gosh, I'm so freaking excited to be home. My camera said, girl, you are very ugly looking. I do not want to focus on you right now. Like, what's happening? Anyway, our car attendant came by and let us know that breakfast has started. And I actually have no idea how far I have to walk to get to the cafe car, but I think I have to walk that way because
they said last night that the cafe car, or the dining car, is in the opposite direction that we're traveling. So, towards the back of the train, I think. I don't know what I want. I feel like I can't do another freaking 3-egg omelet. I mean, this one's slightly different than the one on the Empire Builder, but I feel like I've had too many omelets this week. Because I had one in Seattle in the morning, the day that I got on the train, and then my first morning on the train I had the omelet, and then yesterday I had the omelet also. I feel like I should be done having omelets, but I don't know. I definitely can't do the like crepes. That's just not for me. And then the continental breakfast. I don't eat oatmeal, and I don't love blueberries, and there's a blueberry muffin included. But I feel like I should switch it up and not have a freaking omelet. Whatever. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. But yeah, let's see. I have how many hours left until Albany? So it's like 7 a.m. and we're getting there at like 2:45. So 7 hours. That's crazy. That's crazy. And then I think I'll sit in Albany for like 30-ish minutes because the bus that's taking anybody from Albany to Massachusetts leaves at 3:27, or at least my bus does. So it's fun. I'll have a little bit of time in Albany just to sit and doodah around the station, figure out where I'm supposed to go. That's all. That's my update. I look so greasy and disgusting. Oh my god. Sorry. Can't believe I'm putting myself on the internet looking like this, but it is what it is.
Radio. You get a lot of good New York lines.
Hello again from almost Rochester, New York. That is our next stop. It's 10 a.m. now, I think, and I had my breakfast. I did go for the continental breakfast this morning instead of the 3-egg omelet again on this train. I mean, it is different on this train a little bit, but I'm glad I went for the continental breakfast. It was pretty good, actually. The breakfast sandwich was a sausage and egg for sure. I can't remember if there was cheese on it, to be honest, but it was pretty good. And the muffin was good as well. It was very sweet. I could not finish it. And then got yogurt. I didn't have to get oatmeal and didn't have to get the cereal either. I thought that you had to get all of those pieces and you would just choose what kind you wanted of everything, but you could say no to certain pieces, so I didn't have to get the things that I wouldn't have eaten anyway, which is very nice. I sat with a guy and his daughter that they've taken this train a bunch of times. They take it like every year, or they take it multiple times a year, in both directions. So we were talking about, like, you know, all the different times that they've taken this train, and we talked about the Empire Builder. It's on his bucket list. He really wants to do it, and he's jealous of me being able to have had the traditional dining experience instead of this, like the flexible dining menu. It was fun to chat with another few people. The only meal I have left on this train is lunch, which I'm already trying to decide what do I want for dinner, lunch, not dinner. Oh my god, I will not be on the train at dinner time. I will be on a bus at dinner time, actually. I'm thinking the butter chicken sounds really good, so I'm probably gonna end up getting that. Ooh. Oh, is that like a quarry? What's happening? And of course, there's a bunch of trees in the way now, so I can't see anything. Speaking of that, there's not a lot to see out the windows. This obviously is not as scenic of a train ride as the Empire Builder. I think the Empire Builder is like the most scenic, or one of the most scenic Amtrak routes in the country, so very spoiled to have done that first. I know I said that before, but it's true. I think I'm very spoiled to have done an east-west train first before doing this one, but it's fine. I'm still having a good time. I'm just exhausted out of my mind, you know what I mean? I think I've only slept maybe like 20 hours total this week. Like, I've gotten a good like 4 to 5 hours every single day, maybe. I don't even know because I'm changing time zones overnight a lot of the time. So it's like I can't do that math, you know what I mean? But yeah, there's not a lot to see out the windows, to be honest. It's just a lot of like farms or like factory buildings, lots of other freight trains. Not a lot of like interesting stuff. I did see a single deer so far. I do unfortunately keep forgetting that I'm not going to be done with traveling once I get off the train in Albany.
For just a few minutes out of Rochester. Rochester station come up here just a couple of moments. There'll be 2 exits where you see members of the crew. Not all the doors were open. Again, Rochester is this stop, folks. That's where you see a member of the crew. If this is not your stop, folks, do not get off the train. Again, if this is not your stop, folks, do not exit the train. We are going to be in and out. Rochester coming up.
Okay, excellent. And I have to do a bus for like 2.5 hours and then ride in the car for like 45 minutes to an hour. And then I will finally be home. So I keep looking at the clock and I'm like, oh, fun. I only have like 5 hours left. And it's like, no. You have 5 hours left on the train. You have like 7.5 hours, 8 hours left of traveling overall. But it's fine. It's fine. I'm probably gonna end up taking a little rest. Maybe soon, before lunch? I don't know. Because I feel like I won't have a ton of time after lunch to like take a rest. Because I'm supposed to be getting off at 2:47. I don't know. Oh my gosh. And I also have to get my suitcase down. I'm gonna see if I can do it by myself. That's gonna be a little bit scary because it's not as heavy as it was when I was flying because I have my duffel bag which has a bunch of stuff and some of my heaviest stuff is in my duffel bag now. Like it's all my toiletries and my skincare or whatever. So that's not in my suitcase anymore, but my suitcase is still obviously got all my like souvenirs and all of my other clothes and whatever, so it's still pretty heavy. Gravity will help me get it down for sure. Ooh, let's look out the window. This is Rochester, New York. We're up by Canada. And there's a plane. I don't know if you can see that. And a freight train. Hello. I've never done an Amtrak bus before. Like I've never had to have that be part of my train journey. So I'm kind of excited to see what that's like. I mean, it is a little bit of a bummer that I don't get to do this entire ride all the way to Springfield like I intended to, but technically in a weird kind of way I can say that I've taken this train from Chicago all the way to Springfield because a few years ago after Grayscale's first holiday show I took the Lakeshore Limited from Albany to Springfield. It was the cheapest Amtrak ticket I ever got. It was $9. It was amazing and I did that in coach. So if we combine this journey and that journey together, then technically I will have taken this journey in its entirety to Springfield. So can we count that? I don't know. But yeah, I don't really know what to do with myself. I've had more cell service here, which is nice, so I can listen to Spotify and whatnot. The Wi-Fi still not working. My phone hates the Amtrak Wi-Fi. I don't know if anybody else experiences this, but it never works. It always says that I have no connection even though it's there and I have like full bars and whatever. I haven't tried it on my computer, but honestly I don't think it's gonna work. This is a full train, so I imagine a lot of people are trying to use it, so but it's fine. It's fine. Should I do a room tour now that my seats are back together? Maybe. That might be a good idea. I feel like I did not do a very good job last night. So let's try it while the train's not moving. Okay, so per usual, doors closed, curtains are drawn, but these are they. They do latch or Velcro much further down and much more in general than on the Empire Builder, which is really nice considering the toilet is literally right there. So that would be really bad if they were like as
Ladies and gentlemen, last call for Rochester. Exit repeat uniform employee. Only 2 doors are open. Rochester.
it would be really bad if they were flapping open as much as they kind of were on the Empire Builder, considering that's right there. And then obviously sink, you fold that down, you know, not with your phone right there. Soap, this is the toilet paper, these cups,
towels, washcloths that I have used. There is shampoo and conditioner back there. Oh my god, all of my cup collections. A mirror, hello. The upper bunk right here. The shelf is here. So my suitcase is up there. I can't wait to like probably hurt myself trying to get that down later, but it's fine. So then here's the seats. This is the forward facing seat, so I've been trying to sit here mostly, and then I do have my tray table out. Admire all of my stickers on my laptop. My sister's husband told me that this is the most teenage girl thing he's ever seen in his life, and I was like, thank you so much. I am a teenage girl at heart. And then the other chair, which is full of all of my stuff. This is the backwards facing one. Got all of your controls, so that turns the light off, back on. I did not see the night setting, and then on off the reading light for this one over here, and there's another control on the other chair for that light. And then this light is crazy. You press it a few times, you can change the brightness and whatnot. All of the air control, I don't really know if this changes anything, to be honest. But it's felt pretty cool in here the whole time. And then if you need to hang anything, got a couple things here. I don't know what this is for at all. There's nothing back there. Okay. So on the Empire Builder, there was a little closet, but not here. And then if anybody were up in the second bunk, there is a little like pouch for your phone, chargers, small things, other things that you might need. I have no idea. And then there are windows for the top bunk too. I should open these to have all the light. So if somebody were up here, you would have a view of outside as well. So, and then windows, menu, blah blah. I think that was the most beautiful room tour ever. It's not, actually. They also keep asking everybody to have their shoes on when they walk around the train, so I think this is just standard announcements for these long haul trains, because I have never heard that before until the Empire Builder and this train. Like, that's not something that they have to say on the Northeast Regionals, so, but I mean, I guess it makes sense. Like, people are on these trains for a long time, like you're trying to be comfortable, but still, why would you walk around with your shoes off? That's gross. Like, even in socks. No thank you. I'm trying to think of other things to talk about and to say, because there's not a lot to like see looking out the window. I am towards the back of this train. I think I might be the last sleeper car, or there might be one more behind me. I honestly do not remember, but the baggage car is behind me, which is the opposite from the Empire Builder. I was towards the front of the train. I think I was technically the second sleeper on the Empire Builder, right behind the employee sleeper, I think. I think there was like one or two people, like passengers, that were in that car, because I remember seeing them walking around when I was in the hallway. I could see them through the door, and then the baggage car was in front of that, so it's just slightly opposite from the Empire Builder. And then the dining car for me is, I think, 2 cars ahead of me now, whereas on the Empire Builder it was 2 cars behind me. So kind of very similar in terms of location in relation to other cars. For me, it's just like different directions on each train, so it's kind of fun. These tracks are a lot rougher than the Empire Builder. Like, I think I said this morning when I was talking about trying to sleep, but I was just like I was like laughing trying to sleep because I was just moving around so much and just shaking around. And I feel like this train is very bouncy, and the tracks are very bouncy, so it was just making me laugh trying to sleep last night. So yeah, I think I might try and do my hair so I look a little bit more put together, and then maybe take a rest before lunch, and then after lunch I will try to get my suitcase down. I don't know if I want to try and film that though. I feel like it's gonna be a little bit disastrous, but whatever, we'll figure it out.
Hello again. I am very much enjoying doing these little updates on my phone with my headphone microphone. Anyway, we just left Utica, New York around, I want to say like 10-15 minutes ago, something like that. And so next stop is Schenectady, and then the one right after is Albany, which is where I'm getting off. So I don't have very much time left on the train. I think just under an hour and a half now. I think it's around like 1:40 p.m. and I'm supposed to be getting to Albany. We're supposed to be getting to Albany around 2:53 or something. That's what the app says. So very fun. Not much time left. I've just been sitting, chilling, looking out the window while I was eating my lunch. It was very good. The butter chicken. I would recommend it. I think it was good. I would definitely eat it again. And then I also got the brownie for a little snack, but I did not eat it. I'm saving it for later because I'm going to be on the bus during dinner time, and I have some like granola bars that I can eat that's like semi more real food. Kind of, not really, but you know, it's just more options for the bus because I know I'm going to be hungry at that time, though I will be having dinner when I get home, but just a very, very late dinner for me. Anyway, not important. There's still not been a lot to look at, really, out the window, just mostly trees and fields and roads / highways. So nothing really exciting. I fear this section of my trip, this video is probably not going to be very long. Or it will, because it's just going to be a bunch of me talking. Who knows? Even though I definitely have a lot of time until I'm supposed to be getting off the train, I decided to try to get my suitcase down just in case it was taking some effort, or just in case I needed to ask my car attendant to please help me get it down, because he's the one who got it up there. But it actually did not take that long at all. It was actually pretty easy to get it down. I mean, gravity did a lot of the work, but just wiggling it out of the little shelf space and then like trying to get myself out of the way and also not drop my suitcase was probably the hardest part. But I did it. It's chilling right here, taking up most of my foot space. So, but that's fun, and that's fine because I got it down and now I don't have to worry about it, and I just have to kind of try to maneuver around it a little bit if I have to go to the bathroom before I get off, which I'm definitely going to. I'm an independent woman. I don't need no man, except I did need a man to get it up there, so we'll just pretend. Even though it's been almost 17 hours on the train, it doesn't really feel like it, but I wonder if part of that is because of the overnight piece and, you know, obviously being asleep during a decent chunk of the time. I don't know, but it just doesn't feel like it's taken that long. And like, even though there's nothing super exciting to like look at out the window, I still feel like the time is passing pretty quickly. So I don't know. Something is different about these long haul Amtraks. Like, I was thinking about it on the Empire Builder too, that when I'm on the regular Northeast Regional, like, you know, for a concert and I'm going to Newark or even going to DC and being on the train for 8 hours, then it's like doing that sometimes feels like a lifetime, and it just feels like I'm on the train for an eternity and I'm never going to get off. But I'm on this train, and the Empire Builder obviously was 46 hours. It didn't feel that long at all. It felt so quick. I felt like time was just flying by. And I don't know if that's just because I'm in my own private room and I'm not in coach the whole time like I am in the Northeast Regional. Like, that's the only option is coach, or business class. But like, you're still, you know, sitting next to somebody. You're not in your own little private space like I am right now, and I was on the Empire Builder. So I think that's the difference, is that having your own little private space just makes it less miserable of an experience, maybe. It doesn't feel like it's been as long, even though this is a much longer train route than anything that I normally do in my like day-to-day life when I'm not doing like a big travel kind of thing like I ended up doing this summer. So yeah, I don't know, it's kind of interesting, that perspective, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, I've enjoyed my time. I wonder how the bus is going to feel, if it's going to feel really long, because we're getting close to the end and I know I'm going home and I know I'm so close. I feel like that might drag on. But, you know, we're almost there. We're almost there, almost home. I'm very, very excited. I get to see my cats. I feel like they've probably forgotten about me, and they're probably going to run away from me when I get home, but I'm excited to see them nonetheless. Not a lot to do. I'm just going to chill and look out the window, I guess. What I've been doing literally all day, so I guess that's one of the last updates. Of course, I'll film the bus experience. Yeah. So for the very last portion of my journey on this trip, aka the bus journey, all we had to do was go downstairs. There were plenty of people in the station telling you exactly where to go, and then once we got down to the right level of the station, there was a conductor there to scan our tickets, and we could go out and put our luggage under the bus and get on the bus. And it was a nice coach bus. They had waters for us, and the conductor that scanned our tickets was actually also riding on the bus the entire time with us, which I thought was kind of cute, even though it's not a train, it's a bus. Bye.